In the Swiss Guard barracks dawn. The room is dimly lit, filled with the clink of ceremonial armor and the soft rustle of uniforms. Young guard Lukas Muller, mid-20s, earnest, intense, polishes his halberd, his hands trembling slightly. Around him, other guards move with practiced precision. Commandant Smid, 50s, grizzled, authoritative. Guards! Today we carry the weight of centuries. Pope Francis, a man of humility, lies in eternal rest. If even one of you moves out of formation, it will dishonor him. Dishonor the church. Lukas glances up, his eyes flickering with something unspoken. He clutches a small, folded letter hidden beneath his uniform, pressed against his chest. You look pale, Muller. Don't faint out there.
Lukas.
It's not fear, Pietro, it's something else. Commandant Schmid paces, inspecting the ranks. Your oath is your life. No deviation. No mistakes. The world watches today. Lukas nods, but his fingers trace the letter's edge, his resolve hardening. Fade out. Extra est. Status square. Mourning. The square is a sea of mourners, cardinals and dignitaries. Bells toll mournfully. The Swiss Guard stands in perfect formation, their colorful uniforms a stark contrast to the somber mood. A simple wooden coffin, adorned with a single cross, is carried forward by priests. The crowd murmurs prayers. Lukas stands at the edge of the formation, his face a mask of discipline, but his eyes betray turmoil. Today, we honor a shepherd who walked among us, a voice for the voiceless. Lukas POV, the coffin draws closer, his hand twitches toward his chest, where the letter is hidden. I swore to serve, but this is bigger than protocol. Forgive me, Holy Father. The coffin passes directly in front of him, the crowd's prayers swell, Lukas's breathing quickens, suddenly he steps forward. One deliberate step out of formation, gasps ripple through the nearby guards and onlookers. God, Pietro! Hissed whispers. Lukas, what are you doing? Lukas ignores him, pulling the letter from his uniform. He kneels before the coffin, placing the letter gently on the ground freeze frame on the letter, fluttering slightly in the breeze. Phrase out.
Vatican.
Arches. Evening Cardinal Rossi sits at a wooden table, the letter spread before him. Commandant Schmid and a few senior guards stand nearby, tense. To my Holy Father, Francis, years ago in Buenos Aires, you found a boy lost in despair, abandoned by the world. You gave him hope, a Bible, and a name to carry. Lukas. I am that boy. The room falls silent. Schmid's stern expression softens slightly. I swore an oath to serve you, but today I break protocol to honor you. This letter carries my vow to live as you did, for the poor, the forgotten, the broken. Forgive my disobedience, but I could not let you pass without this truth, Cardinal. Rossi lowers the letter, his voice thick with emotion. Cardinal, Rossi, this is no scandal. This is a testament. Commandant Schmid, but the protocol eminence. The world saw him defy us, Cardinal Rossi, and the world will see a man who loved his Pope more than tradition. Let him go. Truth, Cardinal Lext. St. Peter's Square is quieter now, the funeral over. Lukas walks through the crowd, no longer in uniform, carrying only a small Bible. People whisper as he passes, some nodding in respect. Mourner one. To another. That's the guard who broke rank. They say his letter moved the cardinals to tears. Lukas pauses at the edge of the square, looking up at St. Peter's Basilica. You taught me to serve with heart, Holy Father. I'll carry your light, no matter the cost, intent. Small Vatican, chapter 9. Lukas kneels in prayer, the Bible open before him. A soft glow from candles illuminates his face. In a single act of defiance, Lukas Muller honored a legacy greater than protocol. His letter, a vow of service, became a whisper of hope, a reminder that true devotion sometimes breaks the rules to build something eternal. XT. Vatican, city outskirts, dawn. The sun rises over Rome, casting a golden glow on the ancient walls of Vatican City. Lukas Muller, mid-20s, resolute, carrying a small satchel and Bible, walks along a quiet street, his civilian clothes a stark contrast to his former Swiss Guard uniform. A few early risers watch him pass, whispering, "Mana, 3. The guard who left the letter. They say he's leaving the Vatican for good." Lukas pauses, looking back at St. Peter's Basilica in the distance. His face reflects both peace and determination. "Your words, Holy Father, were never bound by walls. I carry them now, where they're needed most." Cut 2. Vatican press room. Mourning Cardinal Rossi stands before a small group of journalists, the letter now a topic of global intrigue. The room hums with anticipation. Journalists. 1. Eminence. Is it true the Swiss Guard's letter was a personal message to Pope Francis? Why wasn't he punished? Lukas Muller's act was not rebellion but devotion. His words honored a man who taught us to serve beyond ceremony. The Church does not punish truth. Exeter. Vatican City outskirts, dawn. The sun rises over Rome, casting a golden glow on the ancient walls of Vatican City. Lukas Muller, mid-20s, resolute, carrying a small satchel and Bible, walks along a quiet street. His civilian clothes a stark contrast to his former Swiss Guard uniform. A few early risers watch him pass, whispering, "Mana, 3. to a friend who left the letter. They say he's leaving the Vatican for good. Lukas pauses, looking back at St. Peter's Basilica in the distance. His face reflects both peace and determination. "Your words, Holy Father, were never bound by walls. I carry them now, where they're needed most." Cut 2. Intime. Vatican press room. Mourning Cardinal Rossi stands before a small group of journalists, the letter now a topic of global intrigue. The room hums with anticipation. Journalist 1 miniming, why is it true the Swiss Guard's letter was a personal message to Pope Francis? Why wasn't he punished? Lukas Muller's act was not rebellion but devotion. His words honored a man who taught us to serve beyond ceremony. The Church does not punish truth. The journalists scribble furiously. A soft murmur of approval ripples through the room. Cut 2. Exeter. Buenos Aires, slum, ragged, hopeless. Sits on a curb, clutching a tattered blanket. A gentle hand rests on his shoulder. "Pape Francis, soft Francis, you are not forgotten, child. Take this. Let it guide you." He hands young Lukas a small Bible. The boy's eyes fill with tears as he clutches it. "Francis," and a name. Lukas. It means light. Be a light. Always back to present text. Rome train station. De Lukas boards a train, his satchel slung over his shoulder. He opens the Bible, revealing a faded note tucked inside. He smiles faintly, tucking it back. Lukas Muller's letter was more than words on paper. It was a spark that lit a quiet revolution. In breaking protocol, he reminded the world that faith is not in rigid lines, but in the courage to step forward for love. The train pulls away, carrying Lukas toward an unknown future. The camera pans up to reveal a single ray of sunlight. Extra. Rural Italian village. Dusk. A small, impoverished village nestles in a valley, its stone buildings weathered by time. Lukas Muller, mid-20s, determined, dressed simply, steps off a dusty bus, his satchel and Bible in hand. Villagers glance at him curiously as he walks toward a modest church at the village's edge. Luciana. He looks like he's searching for something. Lukas approaches the church where Father Mario, 60s, kind-eyed and worn cassock, sweeps the steps. "Welcome, traveller. What brings you to San Gregorio?" Lukas hesitantly. "I'm here to serve, Father." Like he did, Lukas holds up the Bible, its pages worn. Father Mario, "You're the guard from the Vatican, aren't you?" The one who left the letter. Lukas nods, a mix of pride and humility in his gaze. Cut 2. Intet. Vatican office. Same time Cardinal Ross meets with a group of senior clergy, discussing Lukas' letter. A newspaper on the table reads, Swiss Guard's letter inspires global reflection. Cardinal Rossi, Lukas Muller's act has stirred hearts beyond our walls. People are asking, what does it mean to serve like Francis? Bishop Lorenzo, but Eminence, his defiance could encourage others to break tradition. We must control this narrative. No, Lorenzo, we don't control faith, we guide it. Lukas has shown us that. Cut to Instant church night. Lukas and Father Mario sit in the candlelit nave, sharing bread and wine. Lukas opens his Bible, revealing the note, Be a light. Lukas, he gave me this name, Lukas. When I was a boy, I was nothing, Father. He saw something in me. Father Mario, gentle. Here, you, carrying his spirit. What will you do? Lukas, help the poor, the forgotten. Here, anywhere, like he taught me. Father Mario smiles, placing a hand on Lukas' shoulder. Father Mario, then starts tomorrow. This village needs a light cut to Exiled. Village square, next morning. Lukas, sleeves rolled up, helps villagers repair a broken well. Children laugh as he hands out bread from a local bakery. A crowd gathers drawn to his quiet kindness. Villager 2, to Father Mario. He's more than a story, he's a promise kept. In a village far from Rome, Lukas Muller became the light he was named for. His letter, once a breach of protocol, now a beacon, proof that one act of courage can illuminate the darkest corners of the world. The camera pulls back, showing Lukas surrounded by smiling villagers, the church steeple glowing in the morning sun. San Gregorio village, day. The village bustles with newfound energy. Lukas Muller, mid-20s purposeful, sleeves rolled up, leads a group of villagers in building a small community shelter. Children run around him, laughing, while adults share tools and stories. The church steeple looms in the background, a quiet anchor. Village 3, to Lukas, grateful. You've brought us together, Lukas. This village hasn't felt hope like this in years. Lukas, smiling humbly. It's not me. It's what he taught, care for each other, always. Father Mario watches from the church steps, a proud glint in his eyes. A young girl hands Lukas a daisy, which he tucks into his satchel next to his Bible. Vatican conference room, same time. Cardinal Rossi presides over a meeting with senior clergy and a few international bishops. A large screen displays news headlines. Former Swiss Guard inspires rural revival, and Pope Francis' legacy lives in defiant act. Bishop Lorenzo, frustrated. This Muller is becoming a symbol eminence. People are calling him a living saint. It's dangerous uncontrolled. Cardinal Rossi, calm. Dangerous or divine? Lukas is not claiming sainthood. He's living the gospel, as Francis did. Should we silence that? Bishop Maria, 40s, thoughtful. Perhaps we should learn from him. The world is watching San Gregorio. They see Francis' spirit there. Thank you for your sympathy, Web. I could not put it better. Cardinal Rossi. Then let us amplify it. Send a delegation to San Gregorio, not to judge, but to listen. Cut. Excellent San Gregorio village. Evening. A bonfire crackles in the village square. Lukas sits among villagers sharing stories. Father Mario joins, holding a letter with a Vatican seal. Father Mario, quietly. Lukas, this came for you, from the Vatican. Lukas opens the letter, his hands steady. The firelight dances on his face as he reads. Lukas, softly. They're coming here. Cardinals, bishops. They want to see what we're doing. Available evidence supports yoga. The Vatican? Will they stop us? Lukas, resolute. No, they'll see what he saw. People helping people. That's all that matters. Flashback. Exiled Iris slum night years ago. Young Lukas, 10, watches as Cardinal Bergoglio, Pope Francis, distributes blankets to the homeless. Their eyes meet, and Bergoglio kneels beside him. Bergoglio. Lukas, the world changes one heart at a time. Start with yours. Young Lukas nods, clutching the Bible tightly. Back to present. XT San Gregorio village night. Lukas stands addressing the villagers by the bonfire. Lukas. The Vatican may come with questions, but we'll answer with our work. This shelter, this village, it's his dream, alive. Let's keep it burning. The villagers cheer softly, their faces glowing with purpose. Lukas looks at the Vatican letter, then at the stars above. Narrator. Voiceover. Lukas Muller's letter, once a solitary act, had become a movement. From a village in Italy to the halls of the Vatican, his truth echoed, a reminder that one heart, bold enough to break the rules, can change the world. The camera rises, showing the bonfire's light spreading across the village, a beacon in the night. Expand. San Gregorio village, morning. The village hums with anticipation. Villagers decorate the square with flowers and simple banners, preparing for the Vatican delegation's arrival. Lukas Muller, mid-20s, calm but resolute, helps lift a wooden beam for the nearly completed community shelter, his Bible tucked into his satchel nearby. Evasion 5, excited to Lukas. They're almost here, Lukas. Cardinals from Rome. Do you think they'll bless our work? Lukas, wiping sweat from his brow. I hope they see it for what it is. People helping people. That's blessing enough. Father Mario approaches, his face a mix of pride and concern. Pardon, Lukas, they'll expect answers. Your letter, it stirred more than you know. Be ready. Lukas nods, his gaze steady, but thoughtful. Cut 2. In extra-village outworks, moments later. A convoy of black cars arrives, kicking up dust. Cardinal Rossi, Bishop Maria, and a small entourage of clergy step out, greeted by a small crowd of villagers. Lukas stands at the edge, watching. Cardinal Rossi, to Father Mario. Father, your village shines today. We've come to understand this phenomenon. Father Mario, gesturing to Lukas, is no phenomenon, Eminence. It's one man's heart, shared with many. Cardinal Rossi's eyes meet Lukas, a flicker of recognition passing between them. Cut 2. In San Gregorio Church midday. Lukas faces Cardinal Rossi, Bishop Maria, and other clergy in the modest nave. The Vatican letter rests on a table between them. Villagers peer through the open door, listening. Bishop Maret, gentry. Lukas, your letter has reached millions. People see you as a disciple of Francis. But the church must ask, what is your intent? Lukas, steady. My intent? To live as he did. To serve the poor, not to lead a movement. I broke protocol to honor him, not to challenge the church. Cardinal Rossi probe it. Yet, your actions question our traditions. Some fear you've set a precedent. Defiance over duty. Lukas, firm but respectful. Duty without heart is empty, Eminence. Pope Francis taught me that. He knelt in slums, washed feet, loved the forgotten. If that's defiance, then I'm guilty. The room falls silent. Bishop Maria smiles faintly, while Rossi studies Lukas intently. Flashback. Except Buenos Aires Street, day years ago. Young Lukas, 10, clutching his Bible, watches Cardinal Bergoglio, Pope Francis, embrace a weeping woman in a slum. Their eyes meet again. Lego glitter, softly. Lukas, never fear to love boldly. Rules bend, but love endures. Young Lukas nods, his face alight with purpose. Back to present. N.T. San Gregorio Church, continuous. Cardinal Rossi rises, holding the Vatican letter. Cardinal Rossi, you've given us much to consider, Lukas. Your work here? It's a mirror. Perhaps the church needs to look closer. He extends a hand. Lukas shakes it, their eyes locked in mutual respect. That too. Exit. Village Square. Evening. The delegation departs, waving to the villagers. Lukas stands with Father Mario, watching the cars disappear. A young boy tugs at Lukas's sleeve, offering a small wooden cross. Lukas, kneeling, smiling. Thank you, I'll carry it always. The orator. Lukas Muller's truth, born in a letter, now lived in deeds, challenged not just a village, but an institution. His light, kindled by a pope's love, burned brighter, proof that one voice, bold and true, can shift the tides of faith. The camera pans across the village, the shelter now complete, as villagers gather around Lukas, their faces glowing with hope.